It's Week 15 of the NFL, and the spotlight is on George Kittle, who's now over 1,000 yards receiving on the season. It's the 49ers and the Vikings, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Vikings and the Niners on
Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a look here at their signal caller, the fifth-year quarterback.
And he did everything possible to rally his team to a win last week, didn't he? What did he throw for?
Over 450 yards.
I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal performance. So, obviously, he and the offense were clicking pretty well. The other two-thirds, though, that comes into question. Defense and special teams, they'll need all of them to play better in this one, too.
An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Now 2nd and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. He finds his man, complete. That's Webb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second down and 4. To the air with McCarthy. There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was T.J. Hawkinson who finished the drive with a touchdown reception. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So Charles already down 7-0 early. They opt to take a shot there on the first play of scrimmage, but that plan backfires.
That feels a little bit like last week's loss lingering into this game, doesn't it? You know, you're down 7 already. You lost last week. It's almost like they were trying to get it all back in one shot, trying to take a big chunk play right out of the gate.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's McCarthy. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Niners offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. They'll run again with Mason. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. To throw, it's Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Off of play action, here's Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Mason. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Here's Lance to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And Kittle going to have a 49ers first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year, and 23rd overall. And the 49ers are an extra point away from evening this one up. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. These two teams all tied after one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. In motion, the tight end. Now McCarthy. Robinson hauling it in outright. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. '49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down. Looking to throw McCarthy. He had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They'll try the left side. It's Watkins, and he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Mason going to get it on 1st down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now Lance. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Throwing now is Lance. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now Lance going to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A very solid gain of 27. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jordan Mason, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Throwing is McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
Intentional grounding, offense.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
And Lance now to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Another catch for him there, and the numbers starting to stack up a bit. He's closing in already on a 100-yard game. We're still in the first half.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
And they'll go for it. Lance connects with Kittle underneath.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Up the middle they go. It's Watkins. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Here's Lance.
They'll roll him out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On the screen, this is Mason. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
To the right goes Mason.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. On the ground again, it's Mason. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, set.
Lance now on 3rd and goal.
Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. And his kick is indeed good. And they will move up by 10 now. 17-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach
termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A final shot before break. McCarthy. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here we go, here we go.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lance. He finds his man. Complete. That's Watkins. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd down. Here's Mason. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. And quickly they get to the line. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Completes to Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Let's go now.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
Offside. Defense.
Even with the good gain, I thought they might accept that one.
Yeah, you thought maybe they'd go with the downs as opposed to the yardage. So if you're taking the yardage now, 2nd and less than 5, that tells me you feel good about how your offense is working.
Looking to throw. Lance. He's got Mason. Complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line. They'll hand it to Mason. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Right back to Mason. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw, it's Lance. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan Mason. He scored on the ground and through the air. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
They'll start this drive out. Now the ball comes loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
Well, it reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long.
Here we go. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Here's McCarthy.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
To the air with McCarthy.
And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
And that's another play that's painted a picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. Down to the 10 and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Vikings ready to go again on offense. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, McCarthy. And he comes back with one complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. McCarthy going to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Fred Warner. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Throwing after the interception. McCarthy. He finds his man complete. That's Rhodes. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now McCarthy. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give...
Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there. 35 yards. And the Vikings get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag
illegal
down.
Touching. Offense.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Let's go now. 19 Lions. Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
18.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that one into the hands of Ayuk downfield. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Well, now how about this return? He's to midfield. Still going past the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Bass now for the point after. And the lead is down to 24. And no doubt one of the most, if not the most exciting play we'll see in this game. The kick return all the way to the end zone for 6 points. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Working from the gun, Lance. A dump off for Mason. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He finds his man, complete. It's Mason. And he's brought down at the 19 after a gain of 19. First down in the red zone. It's a gain of 19 down to the 19, and it's a first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing now is Lance. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
On the ready. 60 Bison, 60.
On the give, it's Mason. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll go again with Mason. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
And Lance going to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on.